Hi there, just want to show you how to use the Find and Replace feature in Affinity Publisher. So not only will you be able to search for words and phrases and replace them with alternatives, but you can search for specific types of text formatting, you can search for character styles, paragraph styles, and special characters. So taking this Alice in Wonderland publication, I'm just going to show you a few ways you can use the Find and Replace feature. So to switch on the Find and Replace panel, you can use Command F, and that's Control F on Windows. And you can search for a particular word, for instance, party. And we come up with a whole series of search results that you can click through. And these are as they appear in the order of the publication. So these are the last instances of the word used. So it's a good opportunity to actually jump onto particular areas of the document without necessarily having to replace any of the text with some alternatives. Now if I jump back to the original starting page, and then I want to do a search instead for a particular word, and that is the word very. And if I search for that, I'm going to get a whole series of entries here. So we've got capital, very, I've got a lowercase one, so it's a whole mix of uppercase and lowercase. And I can change that by going to this cog icon and then specifying match case. I'll check that. See, that's checked now. And I'll do a find again. So this has reduced the number of search results down to perhaps 15 or 20. But the reason I want to do this is not necessarily to replace the text very with the text very, which would be a bit strange. But in fact, I want to do to apply a particular character style to that word very. And I've already got that created, so I have to specify very as text, but I also want to make the criteria for replacement to be a character style of small caps. And this means that every instance of very uppercase will be replaced with very uppercase with small caps. So I'll do a find, and then replace in turn. See, there's an instance where if I actually changed, if I did a replace all, then I wouldn't have found that that was actually an incorrect replacement. So everybody is not included. So I could resolve that by going up and changing the criteria to be match whole word. I'll do a find again. And then we should find that we really do get every instance of the word very. Okay, that's great. So now that means that I can change that particular character style in the future to give it perhaps a different color or a different type of capitalization or titling. So that's one instance of a replacement. Now, when I want to now change to a different type of search, I have to go to the cog icon and choose Reset Format. And that clears out the criteria for applying a character style of small caps. And we can do the same here, remembering to check that match case and match whole word only are unchecked. I'll just come back and clear these out. So now what I want to do is to search for a particular paragraph style. Now, on occasion, I'd sometimes leave the styling unstyled, and the text is left to no style instead of body. So I can quickly check this by going to paragraph style, choosing no style, and then clicking find. And immediately I've found an instance here of this particular text, this paragraph. And whereas all the other paragraphs around it are set to body, this one is set to no style. And I want to now just select that and apply body to it. So that now fixes that particular style. Now also I want to just try and search for a paragraph style of, say, heading 1. Heading 1 there. Now this heading has been introduced by import of a Microsoft Word docx file, and the heading 1 is renamed on import to lowercase heading 1, and the actual text styles in Affinity Publisher are uppercase heading 1. So this is done so to avoid any unnecessary overwrites. So what I can do is to search for heading 1, which is the words text style, and replace with a paragraph style of heading 1 with a capital heading, capital H. So in doing so, I'll just do a find, and you'll see that compared to some of the other sections where we've got the heading 1 correct, there's heading 1. Just find another instance where we've got it correctly formatted. Heading 1. I can now select this, and that's got lowercase heading 1, and I can change that accordingly. And you see that the formatting of that text and the style assignment is now correct. Now, I'll also be able to do is to search for special characters, and I'll just clear out that all important settings with reset format. And then I'll search by clicking on this little search icon there, and you reveal a drop down, and that offers a whole series of special characters there that you can search for. Now typically when I'm formatting and fixing documents, I'll choose a paragraph break and then a second paragraph break, and then replace with a single paragraph break. So this really clears out any multiple instances of paragraph breaks. So if I now do a find, you'll see that there's a few instances here of, just here, there's 2 paragraph breaks together, and if I do replace, that will fix that particular document. I'll review the other ones. Here's another one that I'll replace, and then again, and again. Just do that again. Replace that. There we go, that's fine. Okay, so I hope that gives you a quick overview of find and replace, and I hope you find it useful in Affinity Publisher.